need the toilet so sad, as today this is the final episode in this little mini series of experiments on the channel, as back with some more science today, Madden science that is, as this is the final video where we combine NFL teams from a particular state into one super mega team to see if they can run the table and win the Super Bowl. As we've already done, let's see, we've done California at this point, Florida, Texas, and New York. In today's final video is we're going to combine the two teams from the state of Pennsylvania, which you obviously know, Philadelphia Eagles, and the Pittsburgh Steelers into one team and see if that team, the state of Pennsylvania, can win the Super Bowl. So hopefully guys do enjoy today's experiment video, and if you do, make sure to smash that like button. Let's see if you guys did enjoy this series and do want me to bring out another series similar to this where I combine other teams, like other maybe divisions into teams. If we can smash 2,000 likes, I will do that. It's all about what you guys want to see. Also, let me know if any other experiment ideas you do have in the comment section below. Subscribe if you are new, turn on the notification bell if you haven't so you don't miss any uploads on the channel. Now with that said, it is now time to check out what this team does look like. Now once again, I am using a completely random team just so it doesn't affect the experiment whatsoever. I'm moving along to the Philadelphia Eagles, aka the state of Pennsylvania. Starting quarterback Mr. Big Ben at an 85 rated. Backing him up is Mr. Carson Wentz, which probably irritates some Eagle fans, but just keep in mind I go with the high overall because that's what matters in Madden simulations. Now running the football at the running back position, James Conner, backed up by Jordan Howard and Darren Sproles. At the wide receiver position, Juju Smith at an 88, Alshon Jeffrey at an 87, Deshaun Jackson at 85 had a huge week one in real life, Nelson Aguilar at an 84, and Dante Moncrief at a 76. And even look at the fullback position, that goes to Algernon Brown. What a name. Who births a child is like, hey, I'm going to name him Algernon. But anyways, he's our starting fullback. At the tight end position, Zach Ertz at a 93, with Vance McDonald backing him up at an 83, and Dallas Goedert as well at an 80 rated. The offensive line, Jason Peters, a veteran, at an 87 overall, with Alejandro Villanueva backing him up at an 84. Left guard, we have David DeCastro at a 93 overall, with Raymond Foster backing him up at an 82. Center position, Jason Kelsey, the veteran, at a 94 overall, with Marquise Pouncey backing him up at an 85 rated. Right guard, Brandon Brooks at a 90 overall, and Isaac Somalo at a 70 overall, backing him up at the right tackle position. Mr. Lane Johnson at an 89 overall, with Halapulivia IT Vitae backing him up. Stephon Tuitt at an 85 overall as the starter, and Derek Barnett backing him up at a 76. At right end, we have Brandon Graham at an 89 overall, with Eli Harrell backing him up at a 70. Defensive tackle Fletcher Cox at a 96 overall, and Malik Jackson backing him up at an 80, with Javon Hargrave at a 79 as well. So that's a pretty talented defensive line, I must say, although it's pretty much, for the most part, just Philadelphia Eagles. At the linebacker core on the left side, we do have T.J. Watt at an 83, with Camus Grugier-Hill backing him up at a 74. Middle linebacker Nigel Bradham at a 77, Vince Williams at a 76, and the rookie Devin Bush at a 73 overall. On the right side, Zach Brown at an 82, and Bud Dupree at a 73. At the cornerback position, Joe Hayden at an 84, Ronald Darby at an 83, Mike Hilton 81, Avonte Maddox 79, and Sidney Jones, once again, I don't know if that's 4th or 6th, but he's a 77. Free safety Rodney McCooley Jr. at an 80, and Andrew Senejo at a 79, and strong safety Malcolm Jenkins at a 92, and Terrell Edmonds at a 75. Kicker Jake Elliott, and at punter Jordan Berry at a 74 overall. Kicker returner for today's video, Darren Sproles at an 89, and punt returner also Darren Sproles at an 89. Now I'm not gonna lie to you guys, as I looked at that roster, it's not nearly as talented as I expected. Like, I think obviously in real life, if you do this, they're gonna probably go 16-0 or relatively close to that. But in terms of their Madden overalls, it wasn't that crazy. So I really don't expect this team to run the table and do anything too insane. I'm going to say this team goes 9-7. I'm not going to lie to you guys, if this team doesn't make the playoffs, I would not be surprised. So 9-7 is my prediction. I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below your prediction for this team. I don't know, their offensive line was really good, defensive line was really good, the linebacker core was, in terms of overall Madden, a little subpar. So was the secondary. Tough one. 10-6. I'll change my prediction 10-6. Let me know your prediction for the state of Pennsylvania in the comment section below. And the moment of truth, I don't think the team's gonna win the Super Bowl, but I mean, we'll have to see. If you guys do want to see the rest of the states, you can check those out. In the description box below, there'll be a full playlist of all my experiments. You'll probably see some other experiments that you do find interesting as well. But the moment of truth, the team that we use, Rams, went 10-6. That doesn't matter at all, though, as we do see was the best record in the league, the Eagles, the state of Pennsylvania, and no, the Colts at 12-3-1. With the Cowboys at 12-4. Hey, the Eagles actually shocked me, dude. They were 11-5, a little bit better than what I expected. One win higher than what my final prediction was. So they do end up winning the NFC. They don't win the NFC East. The Cowboys had a better record. Wow, so they actually get a wild card spot. Now the worst record in the league ends up going to the Steelers. This is an interesting one. I think this is the highest or the best record I've ever seen a team get in these experiment videos where they weren't the featured team. Because you think about it, it's the Steelers with their best players gone, they still almost got a playoff spot as they did go 8-8. But their worst record in the league ends up going, what the heck the Seahawks do? Go 3-13. That's the Seahawks, a team that normally makes the playoffs and wins their division in Madden simulations, have the worst record. Wow, the Dolphins went 4-12. Well, that's just interesting. But anyway, looking at the statistics across the league, see if anybody from the state of Pennsylvania actually won the MVP. And no, Jacoby Brissett, no wonder the Colts did so well. He wins the MVP. And it looks like no Philadelphia Eagle did come in the top 10. I think that's the first time I've ever seen Kyler Murray come in the top 10. He's won the Rookie of the Year every single sim aside from one. That came in one of these simulations for these state videos. But he come in the top 10 MVP this time around. Now, moving along, I do always like checking out the Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year ends up going to Josh Allen of the Jaguars. It's normally Ed Oliver. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Hollywood Brown, which easily could be the case as how well he played in week number 1. NFC Offensive Rookie of the Year, of course, goes to Kyler Murray and Michael Crabtree. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Byron Murphy Jr. So I do think that's the first time I've ever seen that. It's normally the two Devons. Now looking at the statistics for the state of Pennsylvania, Ben Roethlisberger, a pretty good season, 4,000 yards, 36 touchdowns, 12 picks, 24 times sacked, which is very good for that offensive line. James Conner, not 1,000 yards, 928 with 8 touchdowns. Darren Sproles added 4 touchdowns on the ground as the backup. Catching the football, no 1,000-yard receiver, which is really weird, as I think we've only had one 1,000-yard receiver in any of these simulations. As Zach Ertz's leader, 877, with Juju Smith was literally 1 yard lower at 876, as he did lead the team in receiving touchdowns with 11. Now defensively on this team, Nigel Bradley led the squad, 114 total tackles, as Brandon Graham led the team in sacks with 11.5, Fletcher Cox right behind him with 11. Now I'm more interested to see how the Steelers did so well. Who did the good things for them to have them have a decent season at 500 on the year? Ends up Mason Rudolph, 22 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, so not a bad year for the youngster, 3,100 yards. He has only sacked 35 times, which is not bad for an O-line when losing their best players on the team. Now running the football, Gus Edwards actually had more yards than James Conner did behind the stacked O-line of the Eagles, which was technically the state of Pennsylvania. 993 yards, just below 1,000, with 6 touchdowns on the ground. Catching the football, James Washington actually had more receiving yards than anybody on our team, 891 with 4 touchdowns for the year. Actually, Austin Seferian-Jenkins led them with 5 receiving touchdowns. Now defensively for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Mark Barron with 116 total tackles and leading sacks goes to Ryan Shazier and Cameron Hayward with 6 as well. Now, with that said, my dudes, if the state of Pennsylvania does make it to the Super Bowl, I am going to be relatively shocked because we've only had one team make it thus far, and nope. Their division rival, the Dallas Cowboys, make it to the Super Bowl for my second consecutive simulation, as the winner of this Super Bowl ends up being the Dallas Cowboys, 31-28. So who was the team to end up knocking out the state of Pennsylvania from this playoff run? As last simulation was in the divisional round, and this time was in the wild card round. Now they got a huge win over the Lions, 26-7. Divisional round ended up losing to the New Orleans Saints, 24-17, as the Dallas Cowboys did end up winning the Super Bowl. But guys, that does it for this little mini series in terms of these experiments. Hopefully you guys did enjoy them, and if you did, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you are new, turn on the notification bell if you haven't. Once again, let's see if we can smash 2,000 likes on this video. But guys, I'll catch you next time. Have a great rest of your day. God bless, and peace.